Journaling, subject journal, gratitude bus. Doing a journal. I love you, Big Bear. I love this place so much. This is my little tree house in Big Bear. I love you, tree house. I'm bringing the chimes for sure. Now, but those guys are coming. And so is this guy. You're such a cutie, my Logan. So right now, this is the pile that I have to go through. Hello, dream board. I love you. Okay, this is all the stuff I'm gonna try and fit in the bus. So hopefully all this stuff will fit. Not the couch. Couch is staying. Flags are coming with me. Rug coming with me. Some of this jewelry, I'm letting it go because it served its purpose. Thank you, jewelry, for being there when I wore you, but I'm gonna let them all go now. Plants going. This is my Nana's apron. It's got little blue strawberries on it. Going. Goodbye, bathtub. I love you. And check this out. So I got rid of the bed because I gave it away. Someone else's name was on it. For bed with my blanket. Shouts out Brad Bring for this lovely blanket. Saying goodbye to my porch. This is my porch, my favorite porch. I have a new porch. It's called my gratitude bus. So, yeah, this is like what I'm processing right now. And I have until Saturday. So I have like 3.5 days here in my home. So it's like, bye home. It's like, this is a hell yeah. My mom is gonna take my tiger. This is the Durga in me. And I've had this portrait in this frame since I was like in grade school. When my mom got it for me. So she's gonna hold on to that because it does not fit in the bus. If these things don't fit, right? Logan fits. I'm definitely taking this. This is gonna be like my headboard basically. Like trusting that like, oh, if it doesn't fit in my bus, then I don't need it right now. Anyways, right? Maybe it's something I might need in the future. So I'm willing to let it go if it doesn't fit, which is very challenging, especially in that pile. I probably let go of maybe 3/4 of the stuff that I had in my 1-bedroom, 600 square feet little treehouse in Big Bear. Tomato plant going. Look how happy she is. But look at how tall my tomato plant is. And she's coming with me. Ooh, who loves the smell of tomato plant? Bike is coming. And this is my dad's tree. This is infinity. And this was a sign that my dad gave me. So he passed away in, May of 2020, right when I moved up to Big Bear. And I was helping him like with hospice prior to that. So shouts out if you can relate. And I asked my dad before he passed, I said, Dad, like give me a sign on the other side, right? Like after you transitioned. I was hanging out in the forest in Big Bear and his caretaker was like, oh, your dad and I planted this tree. It was much smaller then. And he said that my dad wanted me to have it. Like, oh, my dad, the sign is the pine trees, right? And then I'm here in Big Bear with an abundance of pine trees, like infinite number of pine trees. And it's like, that's the sign that he is everywhere. Like he's infinite, right? Like he is the pine trees, which are infinitely everywhere. Right? So it's like, shouts out Dad. Also, shouts out Dad for taking care of me, leaving me some inheritance to buy my school bus. Buy my gratitude school bus. So, wow. I just want to take a moment, you know, and in the sense of like, whoa, that it's so abundant, it's so like generous, you know, of my dad. And and Logan's like, what you doing out there? High five. So thanks, Dad. I love you. He's here with me, like sitting on the porch with me. I actually have a great picture of Dad and I sitting on the porch at his place before he transitioned. I'm feeling nervous. I'm feeling super excited, but also like nervous and scared of like, whoa, initially I say, you know, ooh, what's coming up for me is like, is this the right decision? Right? And then I zoom out and I'm like, all the pathway of possibilities. What are the infinite potential of possibilities? And I'm like, okay, at this point, you know, I could stay in my, like tell my landlord I changed my mind and I want to stay in this home in Big Bear. And then shouts out Kevin Chin, he's like, or another pathway is that I sell the bus. And I was like, neither of those feel charming, but they feel charming together. So maybe I keep my Big Bear place and have the bus. And then Kevin called me out on it and he was like, are you gonna do this van life or what? And I was like, whoa. It hit me like so strongly. So thanks, Kevin Chin, for holding that space for me. And so it's like, yeah, I could do both, but then he calls it like being on the fence. And that also doesn't feel charming, right? It's like, no, like I'm gonna do this van life or what? So buy Big Bear House, I love you, and buy things that don't fit in my bus. It's like, thank you for serving your purpose. It's really helping me be intentional about what I am using. I am Liz and my dog Logan, and we live in the gratitude bus. Because we live in gratitude. Oh my gosh, I love that. That's a 5. Anyways, so I have a Patreon and I've never done this before, right? But I'm really tapping into I am divinely taken care of, and I can handle anything that comes my way. Financially taken care of, emotionally taken care of, mentally, right? It's self-heal with Liz. Logan and I are on the playful path of living in vulnerability, expanding our comfort zone in every moment. My intention in having a Patreon and supporting people in this way is that I inspire them to safely live in vulnerability with gratitude. And giving yourself permission, you're expanding your comfort zone, right? And then you take baby steps, and it's like, oh, you take your step out, and then you're like, you look around and you're like, oh, I'm okay, like I can handle this. And then you take another step, right? And then the more steps you take that, and then you recognize that you are safe, then you start taking them more often, right? It becomes familiar to step outside your comfort zone. You can like see life as a game and play the game of life in gratitude. See like, oh, I'm gonna have obstacles and I'm gonna have challenges, and I might actually get stressed, but I'm not gonna let that experience be overwhelming to me. I'm going to be observing it because I'm a human earth vessel here, Liz. I'm the observer, like I'm my expansive self, my highest self, or universe. So like universe is living through me. That makes it really fun. Although I might feel sadness or fear or doubt, I can just acknowledge that those are emotions, part of the human experience. And in those emotions, it's like I can make friends with them, but they don't have to control me or feel overwhelming to me. It's like, oh man, I got doubt showing up right now with my bus. You know, and it's like a part of you. So if you can just like honor that and then observe it and be like, is this serving my highest healing right now? And I'm tapping into my kidney 23 meridian. Okay, so now I'm bringing in Bodytalk, and this is a switching technique. So what it's doing, balancing out my stress threshold, right? So imagine when you are stressed, do you get like triggered and get stressed quickly? Is your threshold really low? Does it take a long time for you to get stressed out? And that means your threshold is like really big, right? So it's important to have a balance. So I'm tuning into K23 meridian, my energy center in my body, my energy highway. And then I'm going to connect to my brain through the optic nerve. And I'm going to just gently press down on my eyelids. And actually it feels quite nice to me because this is familiar practice. But if you don't do this often, it might feel unpleasant. So don't push too hard and take a deep breath. And then you can keep your eyes closed, but tap on the top of your head, which is like your head brain. It's like, pay attention. And then the sternum of the chest is like your heart brain, right? And your emotional aspects of life. And also it's like wisdom of the heart. And just processing this on an emotional level. And then feeling balanced. And as I tap my abdomen, my gut brain, which like is its own whole universe, is like the decision maker of my life, right? Of like how we process things. And so it's like, okay, like processing this for my highest good, right? I don't know how it's gonna unravel, but I'm like trusting that like, okay, I can handle whatever comes my way, even if it's like an abundance of stress, right? And sometimes it's good stress. Like I just went for a bike ride. Hello, Tracy. Hi. Oh, I'm doing a video blog. This is my neighbor Tracy, and she let me borrow her Jeep while I don't have a car. Enjoy that.
Yes. What are you doing tonight?
Gosh, what am I doing tonight? Yeah, I only have a few more days here, and I want to definitely like feel more organized. Yeah. So I'm gonna go through some more stuff. Like Logan popped out too. I'm gonna do a Patreon. Do you know what that is? Like, people who resonate with my message can like send me $1 or $10 or $25 every month because they resonate with my message and what I'm doing. My intention is that Logan and I to live in gratitude in our bus, right? I'm calling the bus's name is Gratitude.
Oh, okay. That's so cute. I love it.
And we're living in vulnerability. So we're showing what it's like to live a life where it's safe to step out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Okay? And
you're trusting the universe.
yeah, and then also really just, okay, I stepped out of my comfort zone and I'm safe, right? Let me take another step out. That's what my Patreon is. If that resonates with you, then like find me Patreon at Self Heal with Liz.
Okay. Yeah.
Awesome, thanks.
Yes.
Okay, and that is a wrap. Thank you so much. Abundance of gratitude all around, and I am divinely taken care of. I can handle anything that comes my way.